The Wrath and Resolve of Hera. A tale of gods and mortals. As Jason and the Argonauts returned triumphant to the kingdom of Thessaly with the golden fleece in their possession, the gods watched with keen interest from Mount Olympus. Among them, Hera observed with a mixture of pride and suspicion, her gaze lingering upon the young prince and the sorceress Medea, whose actions had stirred the heavens. Though Jason's quest had brought glory and honor to his name, Hera's heart was troubled by the consequences of their actions. For she knew that the theft of the golden fleece from her sacred grove had incurred the wrath of her husband Zeus, who had entrusted its safekeeping to her. With a heavy heart, Hera beseeched Zeus to punish Jason and Medea for their trespass against the gods, fearing that their actions would bring further chaos and strife to the mortal realm. But Zeus, ever mindful of the consequences of his actions, hesitated to intervene, knowing that his decision would have far-reaching consequences for both mortals and gods alike. And so, with a sense of determination and resolve, Hera took matters into her own hands, vowing to restore order and discipline to the heavens by any means necessary. With the wisdom of Athena and the guidance of Hermes, she devised a plan to test the loyalty and allegiance of both mortals and gods alike. Her first target was Medea, whose actions had brought shame upon her father Aeetes and his kingdom of Colchis. With a sense of grim determination, Hera descended from Mount Olympus to the mortal realm, where she confronted the sorceress and demanded that she renounce her love for Jason and return to her father's side. But Medea, whose heart burned bright with love for the young prince, refused to heed Hera's demands, knowing full well the consequences of her defiance. For though she knew that her actions had brought shame upon her family and her people, she could not bear to abandon Jason and the Argonauts, whose friendship and loyalty had saved her from a life of loneliness and despair. And so, with a sense of grim determination, Medea cast her lot with Jason and the Argonauts once more, knowing that their bond would be tested by the trials and tribulations that lay ahead. For though their quest had brought them great fortune and glory, they knew that the true test of their courage and resolve was yet to come. Enraged by Medea's defiance, Hera turned her wrath upon Jason and the Argonauts, vowing to punish them for their role in the theft of the golden fleece. With the aid of the gods and goddesses of Mount Olympus, she unleashed a series of trials and challenges upon the heroes, testing their strength, courage, and resolve to the limit. But despite Hera's best efforts to thwart their progress, Jason and the Argonauts remained undaunted, their determination unwavering as they pressed onward towards their goal. With each victory they achieved, their bond grew stronger, their trust in one another deepening with each passing day. And so, with the aid of Medea's magic and the courage of the Argonauts, Jason succeeded in overcoming Hera's trials and challenges, proving himself worthy of the golden fleece and the glory that came with it. With the artifact in his possession, he returned to Thessaly victorious, his name forever enshrined in the annals of history. But even as Jason celebrated his triumph, Hera watched from Mount Olympus with a sense of grim determination, knowing that her actions had set in motion a chain of events that would forever alter the course of mortal and